Ladies and gentlemen.
That's just so one. Welcome to Not Your Baby Mama's podcast, featuring yours truly, J. Marie. I'm a mother of 4, entrepreneur, pretty much just juggling it all. And now I'm here with my girl, about to get into this podcast and get a little juicy, you know.
Hey guys, I'm your girl Elle, and I'm mother of 3, doctor to be. Oh, bars.
Everybody already knows I was boom, 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 boomeranging everywhere. You catch us on Instagram, Not Your Baby Mama Podcast, YouTube, about to be booming. We got our Facebook fan page, same title, Not Your Baby Mama.
TikTok.
TikTok's booming too. Catch us over there.
It's
What else?
already down here, right down there in the description. Just click on it; it'll be there.
So before we really jump into everything, you know, get all juicy, don't forget to like, subscribe, show some love, commentary, you know, let us know what you want us to talk about next, things like that, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Alright, so I wanted to bring this up because I saw it on the timeline, right? Okay, the timeline. And what I saw was men can be gold diggers too, but we're not ready to talk about that. So
We ready.
We're ready to talk about it.
Yeah, we ready.
So, first of all, what does that mean? How do you feel about it?
For me personally, a guy being a gold digger, whew, armpits getting hot. It's a trick to me. A guy who just wants to be treated but ain't really bringing nothing to the table. Like, I mean, you want the gifts, you want the bed, you want the shower, the kids' tricks. You know what I'm saying? Eating all the tricks and stuff. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not doing
I feel like guys talk about girls being gold diggers, but they don't have any gold for me to dig.
that. That part.
How you afraid of me
Oh.
taking your money that
That
you don't
part.
have?
No digging.
No digging, no doubt.
Listen, buyers.
But like, no, seriously, like they be like, "What do you bring to the table?" Blah blah blah, and it's like, you're eating off your mom's table.
Right.
It's not even your table.
That part.
So I'm bringing the table. Like I am the table.
Right. Don't shake it.
I'm the table.
Don't shake the
So
table.
when I leave, the table comes with me. Because how many times you hear people break up and he gets thrown out?
Right.
She's
It's common.
her house looks exactly the same,
It's happening every day.
right? I don't know a lot of girls that got duffel bags.
And if you do, where you at? I'm robbing or something.
I know a lot of guys with duffel bags. Why? Because they come with a duffel bag and they leave with a duffel. So yeah, like guys,
That part.
it's nowadays too because
Yeah, we're not really talking about our daddies.
no.
Talking about your daddies.
So alright, so like you're in a situation, right? Like you're in a relationship,
Real brother and bro.
like been in that relationship,
Bonnie and Clyde in it.
right? And I'm recently divorced, right? So I'm back in the dating pool. Let me tell you, the dating pool has shit floating in it.
I was about to ask you how cool.
It's cold, frigid, dirty. It needs chlorine
I'm crying.
because it's
Not the
like
eyes burning.
get me out of this water.
Yo, really?
Yes.
Usually, a lot of women say jumping into that game like it's hard because you don't know how to flirt again. But like they end up happy because you get to do what you want. You know,
But there's
nobody's
like
bothering you. Nobody's cheating on you while you're sleeping.
it's so crazy. Like to get somebody to plan a date is like pulling teeth.
Right.
Like you can text me every day,
Like,
but
where you want to go?
to sleep. I'm going to my
Nigga,
room.
where do you want to take me?
Like, oh, what are you into? What do you want to do? Or like, what kind of guy are you looking for? Don't ask me what kind of guy I'm looking for.
Right.
Be you, and I'll tell you if you're it.
Right. That's just a scary thing to even say. Like, hey, so what are you looking for in a man?
Yeah, why am I gonna tell you so you could be him, and then 3 months
For
later,
like a couple months.
and then you forget.
Go back to Jason.
Right,
Freddie. Just be Freddie when we meet you. Shit.
right, like be Freddie, and let me decide if I like Freddie.
Right.
I might like being scared. I might like being toxic. But if you're like Mr. Hold the Doors, Mr. Give Me Gifts, Mr. Do all this stuff, and then all of a sudden
that part.
I stand at the door like this waiting for you to open it, and you're looking at me like, bitch, you got hands?
That part.
Really? I got hands. I had hands 2 months ago too.
Facts.
But God forbid I hold the doorknob 2 months ago.
Right.
And now
I see what you're saying.
I got hands.
It's true.
That happens so often. So
It's
yeah,
sad.
I think that's when I hear like guys can be gold diggers. So that's what I hear. It's like it's the what could you do for me conversation. It's that 50-50 conversation.
I feel like some guys, a lot of guys, let me say, don't come from like good role models.
Right.
So that can play a part too. Because
Right.
some guys really don't know how to be, sweet, let me open the door. Like, it's not normal to guys to open
Right.
the door. Like, you have to be getting something, or in the guy's mind already, it's like, yeah, if I ain't getting no buns, like the topic is already running up there, and it's like, you might not open the door.
Like I don't wanna do something or decide if I wanna go out with you, whatever, because I know that you're doing this because you expect
Right.
a transaction later.
Like, is this who you are?
Like that's not a given. Like just because we had a great date, we got to talk to each other, blah blah blah.
Right. You might not call you tomorrow.
Like doesn't mean that I'm just gonna spread cheeks. Like no.
Right.
But back to what you're saying. So like, I feel like a lot of guys grew up seeing their mom just do it all, and like that's the expectation.
It gets confusing to men.
It's like my mom did it. My mom had 2 jobs. My mom had 3 kids at home. And blah blah blah. What are you complaining about?
Well, I ain't your mama.
Right? Because
my
my mama had a job, but her money was for her nails and for shopping and to buy expensive perfumes and stuff because my dad took care of the bills.
Right.
My dad made sure that we were all set. My dad, not only did he do that, but my mom's name was on everything.
Right.
And so, yeah, she worked because she wanted to have her own money. She didn't have to ask for things or whatever. But at the same time, it's like, if she didn't want to, she really didn't have to.
Right. Because our parents come from that time, like, the men are providing without asking. This is not a 50-50 thing. It's like, you have my baby? Well, I'm bringing the chicken. You feel me? There's no like, you going to work today? I'm going to work at night. Like
50-50 sends me.
It's like a battle between guys and women now about like who's doing what. It's like you're supposed to just be one.
Yeah, I shouldn't be fighting with you.
For some days I'll be tired. You have to pick up a room.
I shouldn't have to fight over who's gonna be the lead. Like who's taking the lead.
Some days you might be tired. I gotta pick a 9 to 5. Like it's just it should just be a thing you want to do to help your other half. It shouldn't be
it's like
battle.
So people have this concept of like 50-50, right? Like you're 50, I'm 50. And like I do couples counseling. And so in the couples counseling, I'm like,
tap it, guys, tap it.
So I tell them like, no,
me.
You gotta be 100% person and I gotta be 100% person.
Right.
And together we make 100% together.
Absolutely.
So that means if you're at 100 right now and you can give me 50, I'm at 100, give you 50. But let's say I had a horrible day at work and I'm at a 30%, you gotta come with that 70.
Right.
So we could be 100.
And that should be okay because there's gonna be times where you know
yeah, we can't always be on.
everybody ain't gonna be 100% all the time.
But that whole like I don't know this whole 50-50 thing, I don't know where it came from. But I didn't.
Guys are getting lazy.
I didn't grow with that in my house.
Simple.
Even like we didn't grow up in the best area.
Mm-mm.
But even the guys that we saw outside do up to no good, they were still taking care of home.
No facts.
You know what I mean?
Responsibility was responsibility.
They were still respectful, they were still loyal.
It didn't come with the best gear and, true religions and Jordans. Like, no, responsibility was responsibility. However, you had to get it, you was getting it. Like, my parents was walking in snow and shit. Like, you feel me? Like, people are, debating on if they want to go to work today or not because their car got flat. You feel me? Like,
right.
It's different times with just the men now and the men then. are just not even in the same bracket.
I feel like guys my age know how to change a tire. Like they don't know how to change a tire. They don't know how to change.
I just learned how to change a tire through struggle. But
Yeah,
the
like,
point is like
I know how to change a tire.
these guys don't want to struggle.
No.
They don't want to struggle.
Or they want you to struggle with like I'll struggle with you, but I'm not struggling for you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because it's the big difference.
And it's one thing if like you come across a struggle, something happens and you have like we gotta work through that and we gotta get out of it.
Right.
But if you live in a perpetual struggle all the time, you're always struggling.
Right.
At that point, it's you. It's not, oh, my boss this, oh, my baby mom that, oh, my family this. You're the common denominator, bro. Like, it's you.
Well, I also feel like a lot of people will be running off of what they see, and ego taps into. Like, I don't think people are very honest with themselves with the outside world, because only we know what we deal with. We can talk to a billion people, but when we tap into ourselves, we talk to ourselves. Like, I don't think these guys nowadays really are willing to be honest with what's their battle. So it's easy, especially with guys, just because we're on the guy topic, but they're not women. Like, we bear kids, we have our menstruation, we go through way more different type of pain. Like, it's easy to...
And we seek village.
Yeah, like...
Women have a village mentality.
There's no giving up over here.
Like, we will reach out to, like, we like sisterhood. Like, we'll reach out to each other faster than a guy would. Because a guy's not gonna, like... Some guys do, again, I feel like it's this generation. Because, like 30s, early 40s, late 20s, like, that gap. I feel like they don't want to be bitch made. Like, they don't want to seem like they're bitch made. Or like the word simp came out a couple of years ago.
I wouldn't even say ages. I wouldn't even say ages. I would more be generation. Because in our time growing up, we had younger kids who were already acting like men.
Yeah, because they were being raised by men.
This time, again, like, things are changing, TV's changing, movies changing, concepts of what the belief is changing. So it's like people are just running by what they think is right. A lot of men don't have their own mentality. They run off of what they see the next nigga doing. A lot of niggas want to be their bestie. In all reality, a lot of guys want to live other guys' lives because someone's doing what they want to do. Whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, I feel more generation than age. Because I'm an 80s baby. And I got friends who, when we were younger, they were grown. Driving, making money.
Right.
Like, these kids nowadays, it's more violence than independence, if that makes sense. Like,
yeah, like I remember.
And then, not to cut you off, but like that's where a lot of the men in this time that are stuck, the ones who didn't grow back then, they're stuck in these kids' time. That's why they can't grow, because
like I said, a lot of guys still think they're teenagers.
Right.
Like, grow up.
They dress like them.
Like,
y'all can't be, like, I get it. Every city and every area is different. I get that. But y'all gonna be in white tees till y'all like 50?
Not the white tees.
But black tee, red tee, green tee, I don't give a fuck what color it is. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, that's a young thing. Like,
or I hear it like in, for example, like when guys give date ideas, like the things that they give as ideas, I'm like, I'm a mother.
Right.
I'm a mother. I work full time. If I'm getting a sitter to go out, I'm not going to go watch a movie.
Right.
In the dark, in silence.
Right.
I want to do something. I don't want to just
like
go.
Netflix and chill is out.
Yeah, I'm not. Don't say, oh yeah, we should we should hang out or whatever. We should meet up. We should go out. And then the address you send me is your house.
Right.
Or the address you send me is your boys' little get together where everybody is bringing a girl. What is this? How old are we?
You might as well just say you wanted to
Yeah, because I would have said no, and we would have saved time.
A lot of time.
I'm all about that. Like, I feel like if that's what you want, though, say that.
Right.
Like, if all you want to hook up is
it's always,
just say that.
It's always a game.
Yeah, because who knows? I might want to too. I might just want to hook up. And if that's the case, I'm not wasting my lashes.
Right.
I'm not putting makeup on.
Getting all cute for you.
Except, yeah, if we're gonna go hang out in the dark, why am I getting dressed up? If we're just meeting up to
Play date time.
then I'm not putting a bra on because first of all, these are heavy. I don't really like wearing a bra. So
That part.
if that's all we're gonna do, then I'm just gonna come as is and
Right.
leave. But to do this whole facade of like going out, picking a spot, having all the chitter chat and talking about nothing, and
that
then
you don't give a fuck.
so you want to come back to my place? No, I don't. I don't want to go to the place where you hang out with all your friends. I don't.
Right.
Because if that's where we're gonna end up, we should just start it there, and then I would have went home because I got stuff to watch.
No diddy.
I got stuff to watch, and I got wine that tastes good that doesn't cost $50.
No diddy.
I want to talk about our WTF moments because I be having them all the time. So mine this week is back to school because my kids went back to school this week. I know some people had last week, whatever. Mine started this week. And the day my kids got to school, I got sick. Immediately I got sick.
Normal.
I got sick. Me and the baby got sick. So I'm thinking me and the baby are going to have fun. We're going to play. And then sneezing, coughing. All of a sudden I got to go to the pharmacy. And they only went to school 4 days this week.
No, yeah.
Already sick. I already got homework. I got homework. How I got homework?
Right.
Because I gotta send in all these papers. I gotta fill out this thing. I gotta go through my photo album and send pictures so the teachers can know who we are. They're just nosy bitches.
Right.
Let's say that. And why am I buying you tissues for your classroom? Why am I buying tissues for your classroom? Why am I buying Lysol for your classroom? Where's the budget going? Because I don't, the list made no sense. It was like,
You know what I'm saying?
it was like a pack of glue sticks. Why a pack? My child has 2 hands. One glue stick should be fine.
One glue stick.
Why is it a pack?
Her child.
One of the teachers told me what brand pencil, number 2 pencil to buy. Bitch, no, I'm buying the one that's good value. What do you mean? It was like Ticonderoga. What? That's a $5 box of fucking pencils.
Yeah. Is it the number 2 pencil?
It has to be. Have you ever seen another number? Let's talk about that. Have you ever seen another number? Number 2 pencil. Have you seen number 1 and number 3? No. What's it
I
look
be
like?
doing the job lot. They be having like weird pencils. I see number 1.
They're all, they're all number 2s.
Crying.
They're all number 2 pencils. And
Nah, all jokes aside, but that's hilarious.
so what's your, what the F?
I was gonna say, F them kids. Let's stop there. But honestly, like I have a lot of what the F moments, but my like top tier is like when I go to get my iced coffee and they don't give me a fucking straw. I'm gonna need my straw. You know, slurp. I need it to drink iced coffee. Like it's the key word. Iced coffee.
Yeah, how do they expect you to drink it?
Girl, I think they like see me at Dunkin'.
You have me a monster and just
Slurp it all. But you know what? I think it's my karma. Because
it's this karma.
when I go inside Dunkin' and actually get my donuts and stuff like that, I always take like a handful of straws to have at home. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm not the only one that does that.
Okay, let me put my doctor
Don't do
hat
that.
on. That's called a trauma reaction. You are traumatized
Listen,
by them
take
not
notes,
giving
guys.
you straws.
I am.
So because of that, you're anxious and anxiety
Just in
boarding.
case.
So that way when these bitches don't give you straws,
I got like 2
You
million
have
at
them.
home.
yes.
Boom.
Trauma reaction is not your fault.
Right.
You're a product of your environment.
I love
We
it.
should sue them from.
Runs on Dunkin', so I'm gonna run out of straws.
I wanted to ask you about the whole Cardi B situation, right?
Hey, I like Cardi B.
I love
really
Cardi
do.
B. So I don't follow a lot of blog sites, right? But I do follow Cardi B. And I saw that she posted that she was pregnant. And I was like, oh wow, she's pregnant, cool.
So
And then I'm scrolling, because I'm nosy, so I'm scrolling through comments, right? Because I'm like, I'm not up to like to date with these things. So I thought she left Offset a long time ago. But I'm like, oh, she's pregnant. So I was again nosy. I'm just trying to figure out is she pregnant by Offset or did she just get into a relationship I didn't know about, whatever.
Right.
So I'm reading, and then I noticed someone said, didn't she just file for divorce? So the day she filed was the day that she announced she was pregnant. So, one, could that be you ever to like know you're pregnant? And she wasn't like a little bit pregnant. She's like pregnant,
Yeah.
filing for divorce. And like, what would make you choose that?
Well, first let me say, because like I said, I like Cardi, you know, I be like paying attention to some things, and nobody's gonna make the move that Cardi made unless you fed the fuck up. Because
Right.
this is like beyond like what would make you make that move. Because sometimes you're in a relationship for so many years that you're not fighting for the spot. You're fighting for like, you know, the respect, you know, the loyalty, like what the kids see at home, stuff like that. It's like beyond.
But they got two, right?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, they have a boy and a girl, and now they're on their third. But for me, it was finding out about the other girl that he possibly impregnated. And that was the stepper for me. Because it's like, alright, so now I'm pregnant, she's pregnant. It's like, we're all just pregnant, you know?
Yeah.
So, to answer your question, bitch, we going to jail. Me, all the baby mamas, bitch, we all gonna be boxing in that motherfucker. Because it ain't gonna be no divorce, boo, 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 bitch. I'll still take all my shit back, the money, the house, the da-da-da, bitch, but I'm gonna get my respect. Because one thing about the Hollywood life is that for Cardi, of course, obviously, she used to be from the streets. She's from New York. She's from the city. It's not like we're not all from kind of the same situations. But she keeping it classy now. Because she learned how to make that bread. She knows, you know, the drama, you can't get too much checks like that. So she's doing it the smart way. Sign on that dotted line, my nigga. Give me my bread and keep it pushing.
Yeah, because
that's
not keep doing it. Might as well.
We're not doing that in real life out here. Because we ain't got A&Rs, we ain't gonna fuck about none of that, and I want both. That ass and that cash.
Yeah, I feel like, so like I said, I already got divorced, right? But cat's out the bag, it wasn't me that asked for the divorce. But once the ball was rolling, I realized I wanted it too. Like, I didn't realize I wanted it when it was brought up, but the more I had to come to terms that it was ending, I kept seeing like all the positive reasons of why it should end. And it kind of took him being like, yeah, it's done, for me to be like, yo, it really is done though.
Right.
It should have never started.
Right.
If we're being honest, it should have never started. And it took that for me to be like, why was I so afraid before to end it?
Right.
And the reasons was like, we had kids and we just had a baby. Cause like my baby was 2 months old when that thing went down. We just bought our house, like, and it's like all those reasons to stay had nothing to do with the two of us.
Right.
And that was a big wake up call. Like, wait a minute, I'm staying in this marriage for something that has nothing to do with the person I'm married to. Because I want the kids to see two people in a house. For what?
Right.
Two people in the house being cold
Not
to each
getting
other,
along,
that don't
yeah.
make no sense. But again, that goes back to growing up. We saw our moms go through hell like that.
But the dynamics is like, I'm not saying it's okay for kids to see adults bickering, but I feel like the bickering that we seen growing up was actual adults on survival mode.
We were also being nosy and we shouldn't have been in that room.
That too, but it's like, what kid's gonna hate their parents are fighting over food on the table and paying bills? You know what I'm saying?
Over real
That's
stuff.
not really what we go through in our time. It's about guys in their ego, their manhood. Who's the next bitch that looks better than my last bitch? And keep it pushing. Like, that's the battles right now. I don't think nobody's even, or even when you get into a relationship, like how you met him. I feel like he's seen a girl, independence, got her shit together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Go again.
Yeah, he's a gold digger.
That's an example of a gold digger. Like, I had everything already,
Come on
and it
now.
was like he just inserted himself into our lives.
Right.
But like on that note, like we never fought together. Like in our relationship, our whole
And that's
relationship,
the weird dynamic.
from beginning to end, we never fought. But it was like a cold war. Like we never fought, but there was mad stuff that was unsaid.
Right.
There were a lot of silent treatments. There were a lot of like, you know
A lot
what?
of
Let
things
me not.
ignored. Yeah.
Let me not say that. Let me not even go there. There was a lot of like, I would like stutter step. Like I would go to say something, I'm like, let me not ruffle any feathers. I would want to like bring something up. Like, you know how like we started a sentence with like, you know, I think it's funny.
Right.
And then he was white, so he really didn't know what that meant. So I'm like, you know what I think is funny? And then he'd be like, what? And I'm like, I'll laugh to myself, don't worry about it, it's nothing. Because I didn't want to ruffle any feathers, but after the fact, it's like, I should have.
Right.
I should have ruffled some feathers. Because who knows, maybe that could have been a conversation that could have been had for things to be fixed, or it could have been, again, we should have never started.
Mm-hmm.
But because, back to what we were talking about before, people being like on their best behavior at first.
Right.
Like
Not showing their true self.
Yeah, and like that true self doesn't come out until time gets hard. And it's like now times are hard, and it's like, who are you for real?
Right.
Oh, you're a toddler, bro.
Because, I mean, it takes a long time for you to get to know someone in all reality. Like, I feel like some people think, like, oh my God, he's mine or she's mine, like, forever. And it's like,
Yeah.
you don't even really know someone
When I
for
tell
real
you how
when
many
meet them,
times
so-
that we've said, if you know, you know, I never want to hear that again.
That's my favorite saying.
When you know, you know. When you know, you know. No, I didn't know. I
That's
thought I
funny.
knew. I did not know.
No, it's true.
So speaking of turn-ons, right? Because obviously, it's the turn of all the stuff that we're talking about when it comes to guys, right? So, let's say though that, like, you're in a situation. So let's take ourselves out of ourselves for someone else, because we're not talking about our partners. We're talking about other people, right? So okay, let's say that you're with someone, and like you're already this person you're with, you're sleeping with, whatever. What is something that would turn you off sexually? Like would just make you like not even want to be in the room?
No eye contact.
No eye contact?
Yeah. Because I feel like.
What do you mean, like if they're like you're trying to talk to them in there, or when you're like about to?
Yeah, you don't be talking when you.
Yeah, but I'm talking about before that. Like would just make you like not even want to engage.
Oh, smelly feet.
Yes.
Right? Because, like, it's weird, like, for the girl to get naked and stuff like that, and then what you gonna do? Just
Like,
take
oh.
everything off but your shoes? Something ain't right.
Right. Oh, or you put it back on because you know.
Right, like, it's just, my mind's all fucked up now. I can't even get
Like,
jiggy.
we're not about to be with Tim's now.
I can't get
That's
jiggy with
wild.
it. I can't.
For me, it's if I like, let's say I'm ready to go, and let's say I ask you to do something, and then I notice that thing's not done. I'm upset.
Oh, she's amazing.
I'm upset. Like, let's say I was like, oh, I brought the groceries. Can you please put the milk in the fridge?
Right.
And
It's
you're
just-
all like, you're like this
Right,
or
it's like,
whatever,
no, I'm not trying
and
to be
I
on.
see past your ear that milk is on the counter still.
I
Dry.
ain't getting no buns.
Dry. Because
Might as well
I
eat
gotta
some
get
bread.
I'm upset. Now I'm upset.
Home my thing for that ass.
Like, obviously, there's the obvious stuff.
You know what's funny that we even talking about it? Because I don't really think people are really kind of, I don't think too many people have turn-offs like that.
Because nowadays, everything's alright.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm
And
trying to
if
say.
you don't like something, you're weird.
People
You're
just
the
be there
weird
like,
one. Like, you're the
you
weird
not gonna say
one.
nothing.
Right. Like,
You
you're
want-
the weird one if you don't like something.
So let it happen. You mad and just let it happen.
Like, I'm not okay if we're on your bed, but there's a pile of clothes on the floor.
Right. Or nah.
I can't.
This is a personal experience though, honestly. I'm gonna tell y'all. I mean, you ain't gonna be laughing, but.
I told her
Yo,
to take herself
nah.
out of this.
Honestly, I gotta put myself in this because let me know, anybody, tag, comment, do your thing. Has your man ever, like, before trying to get the buns, ate up your shit, like not like food in the house that everybody gets to eat. I'm talking about like, everybody has their personal little things. Like I have like my favorite Hershey almond chocolate that nobody can be touching. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like my Twix. Like I get my little private things. Like go eat your shit. Leave my shit alone. And he thinks it's cute to like eat my stuff, especially my sweets that I bring back from my mom's house from the party. This nigga want to be gobbling my shit in that night. Right before we get the buns. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's wrong. Like, because after the buns, I want to go eat the sweets. You feel me? So, it's gone. Like, this is a real life thing that I'm battling at home, bro.
Yeah.
Like, don't eat my sweets inside shit. You feel me?
On top of eating, though, don't feed me first.
Why you getting all like
angry? I get the itis and I get lazy and I don't want to.
That shit, the bitch fell asleep.
I don't want to
You
do
took her to
nothing.
dinner. Don't take her to dinner.
No,
you're not getting no money.
Like that's different. Like if we're going out to eat, right? We're going out to eat. It's an event. It's an activity. We're going out to eat. We're spending time together. Blah blah blah. All this stuff. Then we come home and things happen, right? But if we're home and you know that like I already made dinner, or you know that we already ordered food, it's on the way.
Right.
We're either doing it before the food, or we gotta wait till later. But it can't be like you just finished eating.
Right.
Because if I'm full.
Yeah, like you feel stuffed and shit. And that's just kind of uncomfortable.
Because like again, would you ride a roller coaster after you just finished eating a movie? No.
Kids do it all the time.
No. And then when you get that throw up that comes out of nowhere.
It's true.
That's disgusting. And like I don't know.
If you gotta throw up, girl.
Like you know my rule about like when I drink, like I don't drink anything that makes me ugly, right? I don't like to put myself in situations where I'm ugly. So like anytime it's like a drink that like when you take me like I don't want to look like that. So I'm not.
Or sour patch legs.
Yeah, peer pressure don't work on me. I'm not taking that shot.
Right.
I think when it comes to getting buns, it's the same thing. Like I don't want to look ugly. So let's say I just finished eating. I'm like
all bloated.
I'm full. I don't want to do that.
Right.
That's not it for me. Not at all. That or grabbing my chichos.
You don't like that?
See, you like it because you don't have chichos to grab.
Y'all see this? Cause I know y'all be following me. I'm working these chichos out. And chichos is chichos. I don't care if it's a big chicho, a little chicho. Chicho is fucking chicho.
No.
Right? Yeah, when y'all be buying them bags of chicharon, right? How the size looking there?
And I put the
they
little
a
ones.
big jumbo chicharon.
And I put the little
and
ones
then
back.
baby chicharons. I'm the baby chicharon.
I don't eat those. I do discriminate.
I'll be baby chicharon.
But like grabbing, like when all the touching and grabbing is happening.
Nah, yeah, I get it.
I'm not gonna stop the whole ordeal, right? But my excitement level does.
He might get bit.
My excitement, I might be up here when we're starting, and then as soon as the crunk happens,
yo,
like, cause in my head, I hear the sound of a chew toy, the squirt squirt. Like I don't want to be.
That's so funny.
I don't know. So like, it'll still happen, but the intensity is changed. Now we're doing it to do it to be done, but it's not gonna be. See,
and that's just why
it could have been an experience, but now it's just a fleeting moment. So yeah,
that's funny.
But yeah,
next episode I'm gonna have some chicho.
Right, we're gonna just eat chicho.
We're gonna compare the little one and the big one.
I'll tell you when I go to
that might be our nicknames. Chicharron. Chicharrons.
Chicho and chicharron.
Chicho and chicharron.
Alright. So I want to bring this up before we wrap up because we've been doing this for a while. So on that note, bitch, did you know? Have you heard?
Bitch.
Alright, so there was this lady. She worked for Wells Fargo, and her body was found in her cubicle 4 days after she clocked it. 4 days after she clocked it.
Well, where the fuck does she work at? Because bitch, I ain't going to apply there.
So
what?
So
see, that shit fucked me up because she said when she worked at from the jump, right?
Wells
That shit
Fargo.
fucked me up.
Wells Fargo. Okay, so US A today reported that a 60-year-old woman that works for Wells Fargo, Denise, we don't put her name out there. I'm not putting her name out there. Her name starts with a D though.
Right.
She was found in her cubicle 4 days after last clocking in August 16th. So this just happened. The tragedy occurred at one of the company's Arizona locations. So on the 20th,
That's
security
crazy.
discovered, so mind you, she clocked in on the 16th. On the 20th, security discovered her body on the 3rd floor, and firefighters confirmed her death at 4:55 p.m. 4:55 p.m. If you work at 9 to 5, 4:55 p.m. is 5 minutes before she would have clocked out on that 5th day. Okay?
Right.
So no signs of foul play were intentionally detected. So they did an investigation, and the workers expressed that they noticed a foul odor, but assumed it was a plumbing issue.
Always.
And then obviously they issued a statement, and basically they like chalked it up to like the reason why she wasn't found was because she works in an area that didn't have a lot of people. But that's some bullshit because does that like not a lot of people doesn't mean no people. So people were walking by this woman's cubicle.
And nobody smelled the odor.
They thought it was a plumbing
looked-
issue.
No, that's bullshit. I don't believe that, and that's crazy. Like, what the fuck? Wells Fargo is a known company, not to even laugh because it's a serious situation. But do you want to go to work tomorrow? Like, you get what I'm saying? That's how it makes you think.
Yo,
Like,
4 days, like this woman clocked
What?
in and was like, for 4 days didn't clock out.
nah, shit.
And,
See,
like-
now my son's not applying again. I'm not.
But like, can you imagine that? Like, how in your own
That's
world
sad, yeah.
at work are you that like you don't notice that Susan hasn't gotten up from her chair?
Right, someone you see all the time. Right.
Yeah, she hasn't gotten up. Where like,
Lunch, breaks,
her
nothing.
her lunch has been in the staff fridge for 4 days.
Nah, yeah. And nobody stole it.
No one stole it. It's probably
It's not even to be funny, because in all reality, these are things that happen every day.
And
Like,
those
people
is
eat.
to that lady.
Yeah, like, this is real shit, though. Like, you know how many times niggas stole my lunch at work?
Yeah, no one. And you know what? Like, not even to be funny, but like, they probably only realized it because they was about to go check her for having that overtime. Like, how
You see what I'm saying?
we need to talk to you about your clocking in, clocking out because you don't clock out, and that's stealing from the company because that's overtime.
I mean,
And then she was dead, and they were like,
But
"Oh
still.
shit, she's dead."
yeah.
Because again, security. What was security doing? You didn't notice that
Not
this
one
person's
time.
car was there for 4 days.
Or the body didn't move, or when you clock in, clock out, you're not seeing nothing different on your screens.
That's just when I saw that, I was flabbergasted.
That's bullshit.
I was
I
flabbergasted.
don't believe that not one bit, but I tell you one thing, like, I hope that family
Sues the shit out
do what
of
they
Wells
do
Fargo.
to,
Should.
you know, because too many people sliding and shit like this.
Oh, for sure. And then blaming on the fact that it was an unpopulated area.
Yeah, nah.
That's not an excuse.
We're not going for that.
That's not an excuse because it's the 3rd floor. Wells Fargo is a big ass building. And
Right.
even if it's not a lot of like movie men through there, like there's people.
Where's the camera clips for me to believe the shit?
that
'Cause
she
when
just-
I see,
she
when
just
I
like this in
see
her
what
chair.
they're saying happened, allegedly, whatever, I'll believe that. Because everybody is equipped with cameras. Now, they always trying to make us, like, believe what is said. I need to see the shit.
Right. And I just feel like, so that made me think, like, how, like, we kill ourselves to work, right?
Right.
Like, I've gone to work super sick with no voice. Like, I do therapy, which means I'm talking my entire shift, like my entire session, right? Like, I'm talking. I've worked with my voice raspy. Like, I got tea, I got water, got, like, cough drops, and I should be taking a day off, right? I don't go on vacations. Well, I used to not go on vacations because don't want to take too much time off, blah, blah. We're a team player. You got to worry about the people that you work with. You can't call out when you're sick or whatever. This bitch died at work. We don't know. It says no foul play, so obviously her body just said, I'm done.
Right.
Like,
Make
what
that
are we
shit make
doing?
sense.
Like, you need a break. You don't want to take a break? I'm taking a break for you.
And
And
it's
her
not
body-
overworked, though.
Seriously, like, we talk about burnout. Her candle was just blown out. Like,
nah, rest in peace for her. That's crazy.
that's wild that she literally worked herself to death. Like, take care of yourselves, man.
Not true.
Take care of yourselves because.
Drink your water.
Cause what?
Get your mandatory breaks. Don't let them tell you gotta work for 15 more minutes. No, it's my break time.
You know, I worked for a job once that had me sign a break waiver.
That's why I became entrepreneur. I was tired.
Waiving my right to my 30 minutes. Like, the paper literally said that I'm waiving my right to have my 30-minute break. And I was like, I gotta sign this, and they were like, well, it's because you could literally take a break whenever you want. I'm like, that's not what that means. That means you don't want to pay me to go sit in my car.
No,
when I need to take a breath.
I ain't playing with that. I mean, I know people some people go to sleep, don't wake up, hell, I get that. But like I said, this is someone who's going to work.
4 days. Her car was in the
Why
car.
wasn't it mentioned as soon as it happened? Like, there's so many things going into the situation, so that's why I feel like it's more than just, oh.
Yeah, because like parking garage, like they would have given her a ticket, they would have sold her car, they'd be like, hey, you can't keep your car here overnight. One night.
Hello.
You couldn't, like, her and the car was there for 4 nights.
Hello. You know the city ain't giving up on the ticket.
Like, did people, like, no one called her?
They did, trust me. But those are the things we're not gonna know, so they can make it look like it was just a sudden death. Like, come on, bro.
But yeah, that's just crazy. Like,
justice to.
She said justice.
Yeah, justice to Shorty Doo-Wop.
To the girl, cause that's crazy.
I hope that somebody really, comes off on that because, shit.
I mean, but it doesn't even sound like she had family because no one was checking for her for 4 days.
Well, then they got to check.
But that's crazy. I mean, what that showed me, made me think is I'm taking days off.
Don't come for me. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying.
I'm taking days off. I'm going on vacation. I'm doing all that because I am not dying at work. So that's our first episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Where can they find us? Yeah.
We out already?
Yeah. Nigga, I got kids to pick up.
Bitch, I got 4. It's perking over here. If you know, you know. When the milk starts flowing.
How you go a cup size during our show?
The real moms out there know.
She grew a whole cup size during the
Listen, y'all see the difference? That's what I'm going through in real life. This is real time. Real life.
Still wrap them up.
Anyways, don't forget to like, subscribe. Our links on the bottom. You can find us on Instagram at Not Your Baby Mama's Podcast. We also have our links up there for our TikTok, our Facebook fan page, etc., etc.
All there.
On that note, never forget, I'm a mother, not your baby mama.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ah!